Just me and you, Mike. Just like you like it. Let's get that baseball field in there, right?
Well, it's got to be that one too, huh?
Well, I mean, you could go in and put whatever one you want in there, buddy.
I mean, I would prefer the two teams that are in the World Series, not
Well, go ahead and get one up and just put it in the background. Hey, welcome to Last Minute Betting with the Sports Nut. Bob, Mike, here for your quick fix for sports betting, brought to you by OddsJam. Yes, OddsJam. Everybody knows who OddsJam, the premier odds comparison company for sports bettors worldwide. Like this show, subscribe to this YouTube channel, please. We've actually been, we're up over 1,700 subscribers now, so we'll take as many as we can get. Go to YouTube, OddsJam, Bob, and Mike. Also, don't forget, we've got BetBucket, our BetBucket picks. Me, Mike, and Tony, 7-day free trial. The Sports Nuts. You saw the logo earlier. Use code NUTS25 for 3 of our packages to get $25 off the first month. And then our Majestic Morsels, we got a 3-day free trial for that now. Use the code NUTS15. Get $15 off. That's $10 for the first month of the Majestic Morsels. I highly suggest that you do that. All right, World Series Game 4. Here's the question of the day. Does it end? Tell me.
Does it end tonight?
Yeah.
You know, and we got the proper stadium up here.
Look at him. You learned something there. Very good. I love it.
Oh, I didn't learn anything.
Meaning you could have done that the whole time? That's great.
I mean, you could have done that. All you had to do was Google the Yankees Stadium.
I've been doing everything, bro. So, you know. I mean, when you got to carry the load for this show.
Bob, it's literally Yankees, Cardinals type. I mean.
I'll say, no, I'm not kicking myself. It was just a $5 free bet, bro. It's no big deal. It doesn't matter. Anything to give you shit, Tristan. Tristan says he's coming on tomorrow night. We'll see. We'll see whether you make it or not. I think you're chicken.
Well, I mean, I think he'll be here because he's pretty well going to be celebrating a World Series tonight.
Well, you know, we know it's not going to happen, but you better, Tristan, you better hope that for the first time in history,
well, if you remember,
lead isn't blown.
He already had to suffer through. You should know this, Tristan. I'm gonna remind you of this. The Florida Panthers were up 3-0, remember? And yes, they won. But boy, that was nerve-wracking. And you know it. So I think it ends tonight, but let's not celebrate too early, because we saw what happened there with Edmonton against Florida in that Stanley Cup final. No, it didn't happen. But if you're a Florida Panther fan, you were definitely nervous as hell having a 3-0 lead and blowing it and having to play that game 7 that, could have went either way. But no, I don't think the Yankees come back from this. Maybe they win tonight. Don't know that I'm willing to back them. I would still ride with the Dodgers here tonight. I'm just not sold on this Yankees pitching staff. Dodgers pitching staff's been outstanding for what it is, and that's just what it is.
I don't blame you. If the Yankees win, I wouldn't watch baseball anymore either.
Well, I mean, again, I doubt they win tonight. I really don't think they will. But if they did, I mean, I still don't think. I mean, I don't think the Yankees are winning 4 in a row. Right. But again, you definitely don't want to be in a game 7. And remember, the Yankees were on the other end of that. They were up 3-0 against the Red Sox in the ALCS in 2004.
Yep.
And the Red Sox came back and won 4 in a row. So it can happen, but certainly
I gotta be honest with you, I like that view a hell of a lot better than this one. That's just my opinion.
Well,
much better looking stadium. Much better looking.
All right, well, I mean, we're going with the stadium that they're playing in tonight and that they're playing in October. They're not playing at Busch Stadium until next season, and you probably won't see any playoff baseball in St. Louis next year either. I wouldn't plan.
Probably don't want me to use that one either.
Oh, that's hideous. That looks like somebody remember paint?
Paint. Yeah, that's right.
Paint that on my gosh, that looks like somebody. No, I think I'm all right on that one.
Hey, I didn't realize 7 days ago that Rudy Gobert agreed to a 3-year contract extension, $110 million. I guess the T-Wolves are saying that they hope that he retires with them. Interesting.
Well, you lost one of your bigs and Cat with the trade, so you certainly need to at least keep some size there with Gobert. At least that presence down low. So,
you know what? I will ride the Yurfee in this World Series game. I honestly believe that I think
so. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's the play too.
One of them scoring first. And the Dodgers have been, we saw it last night with Freeman. Even if they don't score first, I think the Yankees would come through, honestly, with their backs against the wall. So, yeah, I would go with a Yurfee here tonight.
You can get the Yurfee for -105 on DraftKings. Yurfee and the Nerfie are pretty close. -108 on Bet Rivers for the Nerfie. So, pretty close.
Well, the first 2 games we had a Nerfie, and I think these next 2 games, we had game 3 a Yurfee last night. I think game 4 we have a Yurfee as well. So we split with two with the Nerfie and 2 with the Yurfee here because it does end tonight, I believe. I'm interested here, Bob. The Blues pretty heavy underdogs tonight against an Ottawa team that I'm not necessarily sold on in any way.
Well, an Ottawa team that almost came back and won against Colorado the other night, which, by the way, let me mention Colorado, Nathan McKinnon and Cale Makar both with 10-game point scoring streaks to start the season.
Well, I realize that, but, I'm just you're telling me this is probably not a great spot for the Blues tonight.
I'm saying here's what I like in that game. I like the under. I think Hofer will get the starting goal, and we'll see what happens. I also like Brady Tkachuk to score a goal tonight.
Okay. Well, that may answer my question there because it was at least worth thinking on in terms of hitting.
Well, I mean, you go right ahead.
Nah, I don't think I will now. You don't sound too confident in it, so maybe it isn't a good spot. I had a bad read on them against Winnipeg. I thought they would beat Winnipeg, and they didn't, despite taking the lead. But then they turned around and beat Toronto, which didn't think they would beat Toronto necessarily. So, but then they turn around and lose to Montreal when you thought they probably would have beat Montreal. So tonight. Yeah, I think I'll stay away then.
Yeah, you can get them at plus 158 on Caesars if you want to take the Blues on the money line. Puck line plus 1.5. You can actually get it -160 in a few places if you want to go that route. But I'm gonna pretty well stay away.
Probably worth a leg of a parlay plus 1.5.
I'm really worried about the Blues and the loss of Robert Thomas, whether Braden Shin's going to be able to fill the number 1 center spot. That's going to be tough. Speaking of number 1 centers, but what was I Barkov. Tristan's boy Barkov came back last night, his first game back with a beautiful assist on a goal. So he'll be happy that Barkov is back for the Panthers. And number one team in the NHL right now in points is Winnipeg, followed by Florida and Vegas, tied for second most points in the league, and then New Jersey. Too early for anybody to really be pulling away with this thing. But, Florida, they're probably wanting back-to-back.
Yeah, Dallas in the mix, too, with 14 points as well. Yeah, I mean, it is way too early to say. I mean, I like Dallas in the West. I liked Colorado, honestly. They're off to a sluggish start, kind of, but I still think they have time to turn it around. I'll tell you the team that I'm thinking maybe we should have taken a flyer on that we didn't. And again, I know it's early, but I mean, Winnipeg was really good last year.
Yep.
And
the Bucks really playing well.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, Vezina Trophy winner, right?
Tristan, I got to totally be against you on this. I'm not on the Canadians tonight.
Who do they play? Montreal. Oh, yeah.
No, playing Seattle. No. You know we're not on that.
I know. I get it. Yeah, I mean, I lean towards Seattle, but there's some underdogs tonight that I mean, there's a couple of games like that one where you're seeing, a heavily favored team. They're not like Ottawa and the Blues are about equal. I mean, Seattle and Montreal right now kind of equal, interesting lines.
Seattle's a better team. Montreal's really not that good. Come on.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think they're that good, but I don't know that.
I mean, they're 4-4-1. All right.
Yeah,
they got 9 points. I mean, they're not terrible, but, I think Seattle is the better team and, you know what, the more experienced team. They both got the same record, 4-4-1. Montreal has given up more goals. Montreal scored 27. Seattle scored 28. So, I'll tell you a team that I'm surprised at that's off to the start that they are is Tampa Bay at 6-3. Expect that, especially with their captain, now in Nashville. And by the way, they gave him a great tribute last night. Stammer coming back. And let's not forget what happened last night, Mike, in the NHL.
San Jose.
Yes.
First win of the year.
Win of the year.
With a 3-goal deficit, too, man.
Yeah. The hockey club.
By the way, down 3 goals, come back and win it and tie it in the third period and win it in overtime. San Jose had 45 shots on goal.
Woo.
Yeah, they poured it on.
Came to play. He likes the Flyers tonight versus Boston. Okay, we'll see about that one, too. I kind of stayed away from that game also. Yeah. Boston, I don't know what to think of them right now at all. By the way, Tristan Jarry got sent down to the minors by the Penguins. Is that not correct? I think he did.
Jarry?
Or Jarry, I'm sorry.
I think it's Jarry. Yeah, I mean, he's not in net. He's not in net tonight, no. Interesting line there as well. Minnesota, in my opinion, a much better team than Pittsburgh, truthfully. Another team that
he got sent to the minors, Mike.
Yeah. Definitely not going with San Jose to get back-to-back wins tonight. Anaheim and New York, the Islanders. I mean, would you be willing to back the Ducks on the money line against the Islanders? I mean, the Islanders off, 3-3-2. Anaheim's 3-4-1. Anaheim's usually competitive early in the season. Like last year, they'll fall off probably eventually unless they arrive a little bit. They are young as hell, dude. Anaheim and San Jose, those are two organizations that if we go back 5, 6, 7 years ago, those were good organizations. Those were good teams, playoff teams, really good players. Certainly not now, but maybe Anaheim with all that young talent, it'll start coming together for him eventually.
Plus,
I don't know.
Plus 218 on Circa.
It's early in the year, and just looking at Anaheim and the Islanders, their starts, I mean, not a big gap between these two teams. Anaheim's played a couple of solid teams in New Jersey and in New York, the Rangers back to back, lost both of them games, but
I like the puck line plus 1.5, minus 120 on Fanatics.
Yeah, I would definitely go with the puck line.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that right now.
Yeah, I think the puck line's solid for Anaheim. I mean, the Islanders are a good team, no two ways about it. But
Barry Trotz, their coach. All right, let's talk World Series Game 4. This is a bullpen game, correct? Am I right in this? That because that's what we're talking here. We got to talk a little Game 4. What's going to happen?
I mean, that's where we're at here. I mean, I guess Gil's technically a starter.
Okay, well, I'm talking about. So the Dodgers, aren't they throwing?
Yes.
They're throwing a bullpen game tonight.
Yeah, more or less, yeah.
Okay. So the Yankees are throwing Gil, but I guess
two rookies on the mound here.
Kasparius, is that how you say his name? Kasparius.
Mm-hmm.
And how did the Yankees back go that cold? By the way, Aaron Judge looks like stupid up there. You know, you reminded me of Tyler O'Neill when he was younger, chasing and Harrison Bader chasing all them breaking balls out of the strike zone. What the hell happened to Aaron Judge?
I mean, he's going cold. It happens sometimes to hitters, and unfortunately for them, it's happening at the worst time possible. And he's actually really been cold for a while. I mean, they're the fact they're here and Judge hasn't really just destroyed it. I mean, Soto and Stanton have been the two best players for them, offensively, especially. So the fact they're even here without Judge really doing a ton of damage is good in its own right. So, yeah, I mean, he's been pretty silent in this series. Show.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't know the Yankees rebound. I mean, you saw it after the last game. They looked like they lost the series there. If you look at the players in the dugout, they looked like it was over. Like that was it. I mean, that was the way I gathered.
Now, you know what? He's not. One thing I have a problem with all you younger sports bettors, always wanting to call teams trash and players trash. Aaron Judge is not trash. When you hit 60 home runs in a year, you're not trash, okay? It has nothing to do with the pressure. His eyes off, man. He's not seeing the ball and hitting it. I mean, that's the struggle. Against Walker Buehler, who, once again, I will reiterate, Walker Buehler, when he first came up, was a stud with the Dodgers. You got to remember, he's coming off of 2 different Tommy John surgeries, and he's pitching the way that he was capable of. Judge is so far off that he got a fastball that he should have killed and hit it off the end of the bat.
It's worked out. I mean, here's what happened there. They got blessed with Walker Buehler because all the injuries they had. I can assure you Walker Buehler would not have been penciled in the starting rotation of the World Series.
No, that's true.
They had the rotation they should have had.
But at one time, Walker Buehler was pitching in the playoffs.
Yeah, okay.
And a good pitcher in the playoffs.
Good for them. I mean, they deserve, somebody needed to step up. I mean, all the injuries they had, it's good. Somebody needed to step up, and he did. I mean, this is that's exactly what the Dodgers hoped for in terms of getting a World Series with Ohtani already, and they haven't even hit their peak. They've got tons of injuries still. I mean, just imagine if they have everybody healthy, throughout the season and things like that, man. They're going to be tough to deal with for years to come.
Okay, so Walker Buehler in his career has pitched 18 games, 4-4 with a 3.07 ERA. He started all 18 of those games, 112 strikeouts and 93.2 innings, only 73 hits, 32 earned runs. Walker Buehler pitches in the playoffs 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021. I think everybody forgot that he was a really good pitcher at one time.
The Dodgers did, and that's why they've got him where he's at, and they were fortunate to be able to that he was able to bounce back and do what needed to be done. I mean, somebody had to step up. The Dodgers had tons of guys injured.
Has nothing to do with pressure. Okay, he's not. That's not what his problem is. He's not seeing the ball, man. Come on, you could tell. You could just tell he's not seeing it out of the guy's hand.
No, I mean, he hasn't been performing, though. So it's not just the pressure of the World Series. I think It's just playoff baseball in general for him, though, which has a little more pressure. But, it's tough sometimes, man. Playoff baseball is really tough, That's why you see guys that are playoff performers. Sometimes it's the unsung heroes because they step up to the occasion when need be. And I mean, I would have to say there probably a little bit of pressure has to go with that, Bob, for Judge right now, starting to mount on him.
We like RBIs and home runs and everything. I just want to ask right now, does Freddie Freeman hit a home run for his 6th World Series game in a row?
Man, I don't know. I don't know if I'm willing to go with that. I mean,
plus 625 on BetMGM.
Woo, man, yeah.
What? It's worth like $10, isn't it? Put on that?
Nah, I don't know.
You know what? I would.
I feel like it's somebody else. I feel like somebody else is a good look there if you're going to sprinkle on a home run, just because if you're the Yankees, you can't let Freddie Freeman beat you again. You cannot give him anything to hit. You would like to think that the pitchers tonight facing Freddie Freeman are going to be like, no chance we're giving him something to hit out. I mean, that we can't allow that. That's just going to spark their whole team, I mean, you can't do that. So, I would probably go with somebody else over Freddie, as crazy as that may sound, just for the fact that I don't know that the Yankees allow him to get a ball that he can hit out tonight. I don't think you can let him.
I got one I'm going to throw at you here. What about Anthony Rizzo?
Nah, I'd stay away from Rizzo. I kind of like he says Kiki homers tonight. I wouldn't mind Kiki Hernandez as a look, to be honest with you. I don't hate that. Him or Teoscar, maybe, honestly. I just got a feeling maybe one of them two would be a better look. Not because Freddie Freeman's clearly capable of hitting the ball out. It's simply that at some point, if you're the Yankees, you can't let him hit a home run, man. You can't give him anything that he can hit out. And if that means walking him, walk him.
Everything's going your way when Teoscar Hernandez throws a one-hop throw to the plate, and it is such a perfect throw that it lands in the glove of Will Smith and practically puts the tag on at the same time that he gets the ball. And Hernandez is not a good defensive player. That's when you know that you're snake bit if you're the Yankees. And by the way, third base coach, you do not. Giancarlo Stanton is not a runner. He's lugging around. He should have never went on that play and should have held him up.
Yeah, he was a dead duck. And like I said, that wasn't a super long throw either. The fact that it one hopped would have, could have been the difference in him being out. But the fact that it was Stanton, he was going to be out regardless if it was on a strike or the one hop. I mean, it just worked out that way. But yeah, I don't know that I would have sent him there in that situation either. I mean, where that ball was at. I just don't like that.
And since you're saying what you're saying here, how about Freddie Freeman over 0.5 walks plus 100? DraftKings BetMGM.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, why would you even take the chance with this guy?
Yeah.
Why even take the chance? You can't. You cannot, because the other side of it is, right, as hot as he is, if you allow him to get a big hit, a big RBI, a big home run, they love Freddie in that dugout. I mean, they're realizing how amazing he's been. If he hits a home run, that dugout's going to go nuts, and that's just going to get like they're rooting for it, heavily. They want Freddie to keep just absolutely tearing it up here in the postseason, man. So you can't give them that. No, I would not do that.
All right, let's find some EV plays, and then we'll get out of here in a few.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go over here and see what's out here. I'm sure we got some NBA plays, a few. Kind of a light NBA night
schedule, yeah.
Yeah, four games. About 7 in the NHL. Juan Soto over 1.5 bases.
Hell yeah.
Tremendous value on it. Probably going to ride this.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, probably going to ride this.
Here we go. The PhD makes it. 2023 quarterback draft class is one of the all-time worst classes ever, including my Titans picking Levis. Only Stroud is legit. Hendon Hooker was hurt, so he gets a pass. Oh, poor PhD. My goodness.
Let's see what else is out here. You got Gobert over 1.5 blocks. That one doesn't look too bad. Keegan Murray under 7.5 rebounds and assists. I don't mind that, actually. That's on Hard Rock. Yep, I don't mind that.
By the way, if you're on X, you see that BetBucket 7-day free trial going, scrolling at the bottom. Go there, find the Sports Nuts. You can get a 7-day free trial with us, with our picks, me, Mike, and Tony. And use this code for $25 off your first month. That's 25. All right, go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, just kind of looking here, seeing what we got. Under 17.5 points for Schroeder. Why not? That's on Hard Rock as well. We can go with that one. Anything else you're looking at?
Got one question to ask.
Okay.
Are you liking? I feel like the first 10 minutes goal, which has been popping up on the EV page, under 0.5 or over, meaning goal in the first 10 minutes or not, is the nerfy and yerfy of the hockey season. Do you like that market or not?
Yeah, I don't mind it. I'll tell you a market that I do like, and that's first period goals.
Totals?
The total goal, the first period goals.
Yeah, total goals. First period, total goals.
It's usually it's at 1.5.
Yeah.
So I mean,
kind of liking that. Hey, that's a bonus play.
The other day, can I finish?
Sure. Go ahead.
The other day there was was it Sunday that there was only 4 games, or was it yesterday?
Yeah, it was 4. There were 4 Sunday.
Maybe it was last night too. There was a shitload last night. Every game except Vegas and Calgary had 2+ goals in the first period. 2, 4, 6, 7 of the 8 games yesterday.
Wow.
Had over 2 goals in the first period. Imagine a parlay with all them in it.
Sabonis over 37.5 PRA. That's you got to do that.
Yeah, already locking that in, bro. Yeah, that's cash.
Pelicans minus 120 with Curry and Wiggins out. Ooh, I didn't know Wiggins was out. T-Wolves tonight. Revenge. Mavs 3 and 4 nights. Okay. I can see that. Randall jumping in here. Randall, I don't know why you don't just jump in the show, dude.
Got stuff to do, Bobby. Got work to do, man. Yeah, what did we just? Yeah, we locked in Sabonis on the PRA. Yeah, tons of action out here right now. I'm gonna give it a refresh, but there's all kinds of value out here right now, man. Even with a short slate, just so much action right now. Only 4 NBA games, but you're seeing all the plays. They're all over the place, man. Kuminga under 18.5. Well, that kind of worries me just because of what you guys are saying. Wiggins out too, right? So yeah. Kuminga probably going to be the main guy tonight. Certainly value on this. Not many books to compare to a lot. I'll stay away from that play.
All right. So who's the kid from the Nets? Because we've been talking about this. Randall and I were talking about him the other day. Gosh darn it. What's his name, Mike? Help me here.
For who?
The kid from the Nets.
Cam Thomas?
Yeah. So his number of points is, his number of points is 26.5. I'm really curious as to how many times he's going to go over that this year because the Nets are really not that good. And he's going to Cam Thomas. Yeah. We were talking about this, man. That could be the play of the year, the bet of the year in the NBA. Just riding him on points every night.
Yeah, I mean, you certainly can't go wrong.
Randall says he'll shoot 30 times a night.
Yeah.
And always be in. So, yeah.
Yeah, and he's coming off a game where he didn't have a lot of points against Milwaukee. But
I already bet him earlier today. I went over on his points today. And they're playing Denver, who is, Denver's they're not going to be as good a team this year. I really don't think so. And
I'm not sure they will either, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, I think that would be pretty good to go with taking Cam Thomas. He's pretty much a scorer, averaging 30 so far on the year. I know it's early, but
here's the best part. His PRA, you can get 33.5 at minus 120 on DraftKings. Over 30.
Well, yeah, but that one, I mean, the only worry there is if he's going to shoot a lot. So,
well, yeah, that's true too.
I would be more likely to go with his points over than I would on a PRA over, because in his case, you're going to catch him passing and I mean, maybe some rebounds here and there, but yeah, I mean, I'd be more likely to just stick with the points than hit the PRA. Not sure you're going to see him dishing the ball out a whole lot.
Yeah. Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, Westbrook, an awful fit here with Denver right now. It's not been good.
Yeah, and his points are only 8.5.
Yeah, I take him under. I mean,
yeah,
he can't score.
Westbrook
not a good
is
fit.
8.5. Points are 8.5.
Evidently not a good fit. I mean, he can't shoot, and really that's what Denver needs. They need shooters. They need guards that can shoot.
For a guy that you thought was a shoe-in Hall of Famer at one time. For a guy you thought was a shoe-in Hall of Famer.
A lot of people get in the Hall of Fame in the NBA. He probably will, but he's just fallen off, man.
Kuminga under 22.5 points and assists. Okay. By the way, Jokic on his PRA so far, 2-1. Just want y'all to know that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, everyone gets in though. He'll get in. I mean, he averaged a triple double for a season. Things like that. I mean, his resume will get him in. I mean, you won't be talking about him, a whole lot. You'll talk about he was an explosive player. Had a ton of energy but couldn't shoot for shit. So,
Randall, is everything trash? I mean, I've never seen the word trash used so many times, except with all you guys who are betting sports. Just because you lose money,
Well, this ain't about losing money. This is just what it is.
I mean, Westbrook, I never did like him. You know that. I always thought he was a hot dog.
A hot dog?
Yeah, a hot dog. Cocky player.
Now you think that about Kobe too. You guys in your terms.
What? Hot dog. Hot dog. He's hot dogging it out there. You see that in baseball, man. Hot dogging it.
Yeah. Well, I've never seen a hot dog do anything besides get grilled or whatever.
On the 4th of July.
Yeah.
Get devoured.
Well, yeah, that too.
All right. So World Series Game 4, we're all saying Dodgers.
Yeah, I think it's over. I don't know how you could even back the Yankees tonight. I really don't. There'd be no point. If you're
again, they're favored too.
I realize that, but I just don't know that I can back the Yankees tonight. I mean, I'm going to stay away in general. If I'm being honest, I'm going to stay away. Not even going to back the Dodgers to win, at least putting money on them, but they probably will win. Would not be a bit surprised. And if not, then we'll see. I mean, if this thing ends up going 7 games, I'd be shocked.
I'd love it if it did.
I mean, if you're MLB, that's what you were hoping for.
But just for me personally, just to see and hear
all Tristan. all the hype for this bullshit.
I want to hear Tristan. I want to see him sweat.
Yeah, well.
What's up, Stevie B? Let's put a Stevie B parlay together real quick. I forgot about that. Let's go.
Yeah, well, let's do one. Let's do a freaking crazy one, too. Let's do all underdogs in the NHL.
Oh, my God. Not
absolutely.
Not everyone.
Yes.
No.
Flyers money line. Absolutely. Why not, dude? Why not? You want to pick all juice?
No. I want to win.
It's got a good chance, man. This is realistic here, man. No, okay. I don't want Montreal. Go with your Blues, Bob. Put your Blues in it.
Okay, well, you said every game.
No, not every game. 3 teams. Let's take 3 underdogs and see what we get on it. Let's do Blues, Flyers, and Ducks. We'll stay away from the Sharks. They won last night.
I'd rather do the Ducks on the puck line.
Well, this is money.
Well, that's plus 1853.
Well, there you go. Plus 1853 for a 3-team parlay. Why not? All Blues, right. Flyers, right. Ducks, and if it's toast, it's toast, man. It's.
What do you think? That's a Stevie B parlay.
It's all underdogs, man. One. All underdogs. Boston's not playing that great. Anaheim and the Islanders, they're pretty. Blues, Ottawa, none of them teams are that
far apart.
Much, from each other. No, they're not that far apart.
All right.
I mean, the fact you're getting Anaheim plus 200 against the Islanders is kind. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of interesting there because I just don't see the Islanders that dominant.
Anyway, I would love to see this World Series go 7 games just to see Tristan sweating it out. Because all we've heard from him in the Discord is bullshit.
he should have learned his lesson with the Panthers when they were up 3-0 and he was popping the champagne.
Yeah, I know.
He had to put that champagne away for a few days because
he don't listen, you know.
he knows. I think he knows now not to pop it early. I don't think he's popped it yet.
We'll see about that. All right,
Tristan, if you're still watching, champagne yet, man. Just wait a little bit. Just wait a little bit.
It's not going to be champagne, Mike. It's going to be whiskey.
That is true.
Yeah.
In his case, it will be whiskey. But, so yeah, don't crack that bottle just yet.
Tribute to Valenzuela. 13 runs scored combined tonight for 34 total in the series. All right.
There we go.
There you go.
Hey, let's get some runs, man.
See you later, folks.